Hi, I'm Christine Daniels. I'm a high performance coach, executive strategist, and keynote speaker. I'm also a founding member of America's first virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the co-chair of the Leadership and Management Growth Committee. I run my own business. It's a coaching and consulting practice. The work I do is about developing leaders, building stronger teams, and integrating high performance with personal alignment, that inner work that makes the outer work sustainable. I deliver this through executive coaching, leadership development, and strategy work with executives, founders, and leadership teams. Before this chapter of my career, I spent over 25 years across capital markets, family office investing, and venture capital. One of the things I value most about AVCCI is what it actually is: a national community where professionals, business owners, and organizations connect, collaborate, and amplify each other's work. Building a business is one thing. Building it with the right relationships, the right visibility, and the right network across the country, that is something else entirely. And AVCCI is where that happens. If this sounds like the kind of community you've been looking for, we would love to have you. Learn more at avcci.us and learn more about my work at christineadaniels.com. I look forward to connecting.
Hi, I'm Stacy Simbrom. I am a member of the AVCCI. I am also one of the leads of the Women in Business Committee and the Health and Wellness Committee. I run a company called Reflection Project. I am a coach. I am an integrative wellness coach. And what that means is I work with individuals who want to optimize their lives, do better with their wellness, do better in their relationships, and feel better about themselves and the world that they live in. I take an integrated approach, which helps you to learn how to leverage your three centers of intelligence, which is your brain, your logic, your emotions, and your body, which is your intuition. I bring several different modalities into this work. I've been doing this work for about 15 years now, and I would look forward to working with you and collaborating with you in this space. If this sounds like something that you would like to learn more about, please contact me either by phone or by email. Thank you very much, and I look forward to meeting with you soon. Bye-bye.
I'm Mel Blackwell, the president of Blackwell Media Group, and I'm a proud member of the AVCCI. Joined recently and very, very supportive and excited about that. As president of Blackwell Media Group, basically, I'm a retired corporate fixer. For 35 years, I've worked in global companies, domestic U.S. companies, to help boards and C-level teams try to figure out how to solve complex business riddles. In doing that, I actually decided to hang up my cleats because 35 years is a long time. I deployed behind enemy lines. I did not go in as a consultant. I took a full-time role because I loved working with the teams. I loved building the teams, and I liked the smell of napalm, And so I worked in those different stints for 2 to 6 years, and in kind of graduating from that world now, I do keynote speaking at major conferences, at annual retreats for corporate teams, and kind of a hybrid of coming in to speak to a large crowd or even a small room, and then rolling up my sleeves and coaching and helping a team solve a specific complex riddle. In doing all of that, what I realized, I wrote a book called Uncommon Sense: How to Fix Your Workplace Culture in the Wild West of Business. In doing all that, I realized, reflecting back, for about a year, I wrote the book that I've been working on for 20 years. And when I finally said, all right, I'm going to write this thing, I realized almost everything I did was culture. And so I am somewhat of a culture architect. I've had a reputation of being very plain spoken. What you see is what you get. Funny. I like to have fun, but pretty serious. And I can do some really complex, brutal stuff, whatever it takes to protect the culture and the good people. And so that's what I do now. I do the speaking and I work with people. Don't even be embarrassed. It's like, Mel, we have this really complex riddle we're beriddled by it. I'll come in, roll up my sleeves, and we'll slay that thing. So that's what I do, and I'm looking forward to it. And I highly recommend everybody support Kevin and the ABCCI.
Hi, everyone. My name is Christy Brink, and I'm the owner of Lux Escapes by Christy, personal travel planning, and the co-chair of the Women in Business Committee. I'm a passionate traveler and work closely with my clients to plan personal, curated itineraries around the world. I research the best value, work with local experts around the world, and provide convenience and support so you can travel more and plan less. I am relationship driven, so it's important to me to get to know my clients so I can deliver the best travel experience with each trip. If Women in Business resonates with you, please join me as we work to provide education, inspiration, and support for all women that join. I look forward to getting to know you all. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Christy Brink, and I'm the owner of Lux Escapes by Christy, personal travel planning, and the co-chair of the Women in Business Committee. I'm a passionate traveler and work closely with my clients to plan personal, curated itineraries around the world. I research the best value, work with local experts around the world, and provide convenience and support so you can travel more and plan less. I am relationship driven, so it's important to me to get to know my clients so I can deliver the best travel experience with each trip. If Women in Business resonates with you, please join me as we work to provide education, inspiration, and support for all women that join. I look forward to getting to know you all. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Kristen Panella of Too Safe Consulting. I'm a founding member of AVCCI, and I chair the Workplace Health, Safety, and Risk Committee, where we're looking to do presentations on education and provide tools that will help you have a safe environment within your workplace. At Too Safe Consulting, safety is more than compliance. It's about protecting people, supporting operations, and building a culture that actually works in the real world. I founded Too Safe with one goal in mind: to provide companies with practical, high-level environmental health and safety support that makes a real impact. We work across many industries, including manufacturing, utilities, aerospace, construction, energy, pharmaceuticals, from OSHA compliance to hazardous waste manifests to safety training, audits, investigations, full EH&S program management. Our team becomes an extension of your operation. What makes us different is that we don't just hand over a binder and walk away. We stay involved, solve problems, train your people, and help create long-term results. Whether your company needs a complete safety program or support on a single project, Too Safe is ready to help wherever the work takes us. Let's build something safer together. Thank you. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Hi, my name is Adam Dicker, and the first thing I want to say is how excited I am to be part of the America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry community. I'm also going to be a coach in the Biz Dev and Sales and Marketing Committee, and I'm really looking forward to that and meeting all of you there. To all the entrepreneurs, business owners, and professionals here, it's a pleasure to connect with you. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the former executive vice president at GoDaddy, where I spent years helping businesses grow their online presence and succeed digitally. Today, I work with companies to help them generate more leads, improve website conversions, and use AI and automation to grow smarter and more efficiently. One thing I've seen over the years is companies spend heavily on paid advertising and they don't take advantage or optimize the existing traffic or website that they have. You should be getting most of your traffic and leads and opportunities from your website, about 70 to 80%. In reality, your website should be the best salesperson working 24/7 to convert visitors into customers. That's where I come in. I help optimize your websites, improve organic traffic performance, implement those tricky AI tools and with automation, and build systems that reduce dependency on expensive ad platforms like Google and LinkedIn, while increasing your lead generation and customer engagement. My goal is simple: help businesses sustain their growth, increase conversions, and make your marketing work harder. So if you're part of the network and looking for ways to generate more qualified leads, improve your online presence, optimize your website, or leverage AI in your business strategy, I'd love to connect and learn more about what you do. Thank you again for this opportunity to introduce myself, and I look forward to meeting you all shortly.
Hi, I'm Anthony Buonaspina, CEO and founder of LI Tech Advisors. We're located in Babylon Village, Long Island, and we've been in business for over 35 years. We're an MSP specializing in AI automation and business intelligence, and we're very excited to be leading the Long Island chapter and as a founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. That's AVCCI. We're very happy to be a member here, and also we're looking forward to doing a lot of great things with this organization. Thank you.
Welcome to America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. My name is Joe Beauchamp. I'm one of the founding members here. I'm also the chair of the leadership committee. I'm here to help leaders develop strategies. My company is Beauchamp Team Growth Solutions. We help business owners and business leaders to develop their leadership skills, the leadership skills of their team. We know that better leaders get better results, and we provide that leadership strategy, training, and education for business leaders to run their companies better. Hope you can join us at the America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce. I look forward to seeing you soon.
I'm Suzanne Beck. I'm the sales manager at Preferred Events, and I'm a proud member of the America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce, and I'm excited to be here. At Preferred Events, we are the preferred choice for your event rentals throughout the New York metropolitan area and beyond. Whether you're planning a corporate event, a charity walk or run, a fundraiser or gala, a festival, school event, or private celebration, we provide the rentals and the support needed to bring your event to life. Our inventory includes tents, chairs, linens, staging, flooring, fencing, structures, tables, and so much more. What truly sets us apart is the commitment to customer service and helping our clients create successful and memorable events. We work with corporations, nonprofits, schools, municipalities, and event professionals, and we love the opportunity to learn more about your upcoming events and what you're looking to do. If you're planning an event and need a reliable rental partner, please reach out. I look forward to connecting with fellow AVCCI members and finding ways we can support one another's success. Thank you for watching, and I hope to meet you soon.
Hello, my name is Eugene Rodriguez, founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, otherwise known as AVCCI. You can join us or visit our website at www.avcci.us. Again, my name is Eugene Rodriguez, and I'm a business relationship manager with Chase Bank. I work on the acquisition side and assist customers with anything from cash management to financing to basic banking needs if necessary. I'm looking for any business owner that wants a better relationship with their banking institution. If you happen to know anybody, or if that happens to be you, feel free to contact me and/or come to the website and send me a message. Thank you so much, and I look forward to meeting you.
Welcome to America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, AVCCI, powered by the American Business Podcast. My name is Kevin Deveci. I'm the founder of the American Business Podcast, ABP, and founder of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, AVCCI. AVCCI is a virtual America's Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Because it's virtual, you can connect AVCCI and AVCCI activities from anywhere. We are a national Chamber of Commerce and Industry. to help American businesses grow their businesses, collaborate, connect, and educate their workforce. Our mission is simple at ABCCI. We are to promote, support, uplift, and connect American businesses, nonprofits, manufacturers, and the business community in this age of AI. One mission, unlimited locations, thanks to our virtual Chamber of Commerce model that's designed for these modern ages, business professional. When you go to avcci.us website of ours, you can learn more about ABCCI, our mission, as well as our events. We have more than 10 active committee meetings that takes place every month. And each committee is led by members of ABCCI. And each committee meets monthly. Committee meetings are complimentary. You don't have to be an ABCCI member to follow and join. Please go to avcci.us and go to events section. You'll see the list of committee meetings on the calendar, and you can sign up complimentary and join us. Each committee meeting is taking place virtually, and each committee meeting is being recorded and pushed to the American Business Podcast for further visibility and publicity opportunity. Thanks to the integration between the American Business Podcast and America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, ABCCI. Now ABCCI is the only Chamber of Commerce that is virtual and powered by a successful business podcast network, that is the American Business Podcast. Support us, join us, and we are looking forward to welcoming you at ABCCI. Remember, ABCCI is inclusive. From sole entrepreneur to Fortune 500 company, there is something for every single business professional, executive, and business leader, as well as we are welcoming young professionals, those who are just entering their career, starting their career journey. We are welcoming everyone, every serious business professional and every serious American business and international business to America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, also known as ABCCI, powered by the American Business Podcast. Please go to our website, avcci.us, learn more about ABCCI, go to events section, sign up our coming virtual complimentary committee meetings, and be a member. Support ABCCI. We are growing very fast, and we love to have you at ABCCI and help you grow your business in this age of AI. Thank you for your support. Welcome to the American Business Podcast. I'm Kevin Deveci, your host. I'm welcoming you episode 196. We are in season 6 in the American Business Podcast, the voice of American business in this age of AI. Today's number, 100. That is a number that ABCCI members that we received within the first 6 weeks of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry started. America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, also known as ABCCI, is powered by the American Business Podcast. In this age of AI, it is time to have a modern, inclusive Chamber of Commerce that removes all the boundaries and that includes and invites all the businesses, serious businesses. And that's why we created America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, ABCCI, powered by the American Business Podcast. ABCCI is America's first virtual chamber of commerce that is powered and supported by a successful business podcast channel, the American Business Podcast. Our mission at ABCCI is simple. Our mission is to support, promote, uplift, and connect American businesses, nonprofits, manufacturers, and the business community in this age of AI. I'm inviting you to join us. And it's easy. When you visit our website, avcci.us, you'll be able to see and learn about ABCCI's benefits and how you can be a member and how you can get involved. If you go to the events page, of ABCCI website, you'll also see our coming events as well. We have committees, we have business book club, we have public speakers club, and it's inclusive. From solo entrepreneur to Fortune 500 companies, there is always something for any business at ABCCI. I encourage you to visit our website, abcci.us. Okay, great. Well, quote of the day. As you know, we have a great partnership with missionstatements.com. And here is the quote of the day. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. Great. I have a special guest in the American Business Podcast in this episode. I'd like to invite our guest to our virtual stage, and let's get the conversation started. Hello, Noah. Welcome to the American Business Podcast.
Thank you, Kevin. It's good to be on here. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Pleasure is all mine. And I'm glad you join us in the American Business Podcast. Where are you connecting out of?
I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio at the moment. About to head out to San Francisco.
Okay, this is great. Well, we are a national business podcast, and we welcome business professionals, leaders, executives, experts from all over the country. And I'm glad that you are connecting and joining us today in the American Business Podcast. Well, why don't we get started with introductions, if that's okay. As a start, would you please introduce yourself and your organization to our listeners and to our viewers?
So I'm Noah Kruthop, and I'm the founder of AI Answered. And what we're doing is simplifying the way the American workforce interacts with AI. And I'm also the co-author of AI for Boomers, which was a book that helped us learn how people adopt AI. And we bring that in everything we do today.
Mm-hmm. Well, we love published authors in the American Business Podcast. We always support them. As a matter of fact, at America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, ABCCI, we have a business book club that actually we feature published authors. And we talk about the gist of the book, lessons from the book, and what we can learn from the published book. So I'm glad that you published that. This is great. Do you have a copy of your book by any chance?
I believe so. If it's not there, it's on the way.
All right, that's good. Yeah, this is great. Well, why don't you show us the book to our viewers, if that's okay, if you have it handy?
Yep, here you go. It's
All
on
right.
Amazon now. AI for
AI for
Boomers. There it
Boomers.
is.
Okay, it's a beautiful book. Yeah, tell us about your book a little bit, if that's okay.
Yeah, so we started writing this last year in about November. It was me and my friend Andy. We both had exited our businesses. I had a marketing agency. He had an eBay automation company. And we came together and kind of synthesized our thoughts over the work of the past year and what we're seeing. And everything pointed to AI and how people were struggling to adopt it. And we were in this weird position where I'm in Europe and I'm working with some of the leading national banks and working with advisors of financial institutions as well as of marketing agencies. And then Andy's over in the US, very plugged into kind of the startup ecosystem to venture capital and even things like healthcare and law. And we're all advising people on how to adopt AI in different ways, leaving behind guides on how to use it after we leave things like internships. We're college students. And it all kind of led to this, which is AI for Boomers. And we wrote this over the course of about a month, speaking with not only these people we're advising, but also mentors, people in different industries. Like we talked to some of the leading people at RBS, some people at EY, small business owners, and then even friends and family who might use it on a daily basis, might even not know how to use technology whatsoever when it comes to things like, staying up with your iPhone. And this is something that I've been helping my grandma with and was a major inspiration for this book. But it all came together really quickly, and we found a set of frameworks to really help anyone adopt this new technology of AI. And it's really exciting to see people read this and then actually start using it because of that, and just being blown away by simple things like planning out their week and even like generating pictures and renders of, what our kitchen might look like if we remodel it, what our backyard looks like if we do the landscaping in a new way. Also many cool applications, and especially going into business, but I'm sure we'll get into that in a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. Well, sounds like the book is very timely, considering the boom of AI, which we also emphasize in the American Business Podcast, as well as at ABCCI, America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and the importance of it and how to adopt it. So, congratulations again for your book, and it's available on Amazon.com.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. This is great. And thank you for telling us about your book. So as next step, can you tell us about your career journey? How did you get started? How is your career journey evolving nowadays?
Man, I can go into this a little bit here. So I really started, it was me and my dad flipping collectibles on eBay when I was 5 or 6. We'd buy simple things like Pokemon cards, like these things called Skylanders, all these collectibles that we'd buy and sell on there. So I was managing that eBay account pretty early, and it's kind of just a hobby, and ended up reselling shoes in high school. And what that brought me to was ultimately this marketing agency that I started when I was 16. The one that I mentioned I had exited before getting into really all of AI. And what that looked like was initially doing a little bit of marketing and ad campaigns for local businesses, but eventually then influencers and even bigger enterprise companies like RBS and also Cintas, leading some LinkedIn campaigns, doing things of that sort and promotions. And definitely, I think, set me up for what was coming with AI, because I got so much exposure to all sorts of different businesses' problems very early on, which I think was a good stepping stone. Took 2 internships through my college, and ultimately kind of led into founding my startup AI Answered after I wrote this book.
Yeah, this is really exciting, actually. And we originally just a background story about the American Business Podcast. So when I founded the American Business Podcast last year, our original name was the American Business Podcast for the Next Generation. And then we removed the next generation. However, our mission always stays. We love to have next generation business professionals and leaders in the American Business Podcast sharing their insights as well as their vision. So I'm glad that you are with us in the American Business Podcast and you are sharing your story with us. Okay, great. Well, why don't we talk about AI a little bit? How do you see the impact of AI when you look at the market? And based on your observation, how are the businesses are doing in different sizes to adopt and use AI?
So my viewpoint of this has changed a lot. I initially used the ChatGPT research preview in, I think it was 2022, before it officially launched. And at first I saw it as someone you just assign and do like micro tasks, drafting an email and maybe asking it a few different questions. Really using it is a better version of almost the internet. It's a new way of interacting with the internet. And over time, it really developed into, you're able to interact with all of the context of everything going on in the world. So you can really, I think, with research, learn so much about people and issues going on around the globe. And I think as far as impact and as it relates to adoption, when we started doing AI trainings after this book, we were looking into doing state-funded trainings. The state of Ohio was funding young businesses to help train others on AI. And this really helped us learn a lot about how people adopt, because a lot of it comes down to, and I just talked to someone before this about change management. I was talking to the head of AI for the YMCA, and this all comes down to people's approach and how they think about AI, and it's different in all their locations. And essentially, everyone's going to adopt it different, and they need to do it in a way that is often unique to them. Like, there shouldn't be a standard of how people use this. And so the impact is going to be, I think, generally making everyone in every industry more productive in some sort of way. But there's also drawbacks to that as well. There's a lot of restrictions to how I think you should be using it, especially as it relates to like confidential information in healthcare, for example, where there's HIPAA compliance. people don't trust AI a lot of the time to be managing these sorts of things, but people are just starting to catch on that you can set things called like harnesses, and you can clean data, filtering the information in certain ways. So there's a variety of new AI applications, and you see some of the leading companies like Palantir kind of exploring these different types of systems that can really be used to interact with all this data, because at the end of the day, it comes down to data is the biggest lever for businesses now. Having that data advantage is everything. So how are they collecting this? Are they using the right set of data? Are they seeing it at the right time? And that's ultimately what's going to impact, I think, the industry and economies, not only in the US, but internationally, is the data people are seeing when they're making decisions, and ultimately their judgment and their decision, not trying to outsource it to AI. So it's going to be interesting to see that balance there of, especially as a new generation comes in, that maybe they're using AI in unique ways, such as, maybe bypassing some of the experience that the generation before us had. And I can almost see maybe a little gap there of lacking judgment, that comes out of experience, out of this tacit knowledge of being inside of an industry. So it's going to be.
Well, let's talk about the best marketing practices. From your point of view and based on your experience, what are the best marketing practices for the highest ROI?
So from my experience in my marketing agency, I kind of learned that everything is about how well you're able to tailor things to your audience. And especially with AI, it makes it incredibly more complex, but also so much more tailored to your customer. At the end of the day, I think what it came down to at the beginning was focusing on all of the basics, things like your content pillars, and essentially figuring out these are the 4 types of content we're going to be posting with, whether it's something that is maybe posting about news and awareness, things that are more promotional and will convert, and attaching each of those to kind of their own appeal. Because if you're looking at a marketing campaign, there's going to be multiple different appeals. Is it someone adopting something out of fear? Is it out of maybe they have like this fear of missing out of maybe learning something or buying a new product? Is it really hitting on goodwill, and not in a bad way? It's nonprofits being able to generate donations for really impactful causes and being able to hit on that appeal. So I think being able to sort out how you're advertising and promoting into these sets of appeals, and being able to look at what is really generating the most interaction based off of that, is one of the biggest practices. Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to kind of the psychology behind marketing, which should definitely be farther researched, especially with newer companies, I would say. But specifically, I think right now the best thing to look at in the highest ROI practice is learning about modern marketing. It's just completely different from how things were done traditionally, where people would see one thing, and maybe it's a billboard, maybe it's a newspaper, an article online, and that's what's converting. Ultimately now I think the average before someone converts online is they have to see something 7 different times. So it's how are you touching a customer on multiple different platforms, or retargeting them, or really helping them to become an active follower of the brand itself. So thinking about ways to map out really how to provide value for your customer over a period of time, rather than trying to sell yourself in one ad and one promotion. And it's a lot different across the industry. You have brands like Coca-Cola that their whole reason for promotion is reminding that they're there, and maybe reminding you that, putting in your head that the next time you get to a gas station that, Coca-Cola is an option. Everyone knows what it is, but that's more of a reminder. But also for these newer companies and newer solutions, being able to interact with your customer over a period of time really being able to nurture that process of the customer through their journey with your company and the product. And then also being able to learn from the customer and tailor your experience to them specifically is something that I think has been emerging recently with AI. And traditionally, just to speak about that, people think of their target user persona or target audience. And now you see leading corporations like TurboTax that they have this initial persona that is now split up into 650 different types of people that might interact with their platform, and marketing is tailored to each of those types of people. So marketing is changing very quickly. It's becoming a lot more data-driven, but also helping you deliver value in a completely new way that is unique to customers.
In the American Business Podcast, we love talking about leadership and leadership fundamentals. From your point of view, how would you define leadership, and what are the great leadership qualities a good leader must have?
So this is really interesting, especially as of recent, being able to really try to gather insights from some of my mentors. I mentioned Sophia earlier, who is through the YMCA. And I think one set of unique leadership qualities that you see across the board is the ability to position things in a way that helps really just the organization. And that sounds very broad, but for something like adopting a new technology like AI, it's often that people are trying to just standardize things instead of caring about, the mindset that goes into it. Are people comfortable with it? Do they even know how to use it? And this really applies across everything. Just being able to have a really good feeling about your teams and being able to know kind of where everyone's at uniquely, being able to even change the way you interact with someone based on maybe their work style, maybe the way they approach problems. So I think a lot of that goes into not only being extremely dedicated to your work, but also for everyone you're interacting with. And I think you see this a lot of times in more impactful organizations focused on like social impact, sustainability. But on the flip side, you see it similar things in organizations like SpaceX or Tesla. You look at all the people that came out of like PayPal mafia sort of group, leading these world-changing organizations. Like we can talk about, I guess, Elon Musk for a second, just his extreme dedication to solving a problem. And at times it appears, I think, maybe unethical from the outside, but to me, a good leader is someone who's extremely dedicated to a problem and all the people he works with, and also falling in love with customer. At the end of the day, it's all about providing value, but along with all of that, I think humility is one of the bigger things that really builds character and shows that someone has what it takes to lead change, to create culture. And that's really what it's about at the end of the day, is bringing together this common mindset. That's, I think, what it all comes down to, is making sure everyone has this common mindset and being able to influence and motivate the progression of that within organizations and just generally across even your friends, your family, being able to really influence and to motivate, to get people excited about new things at all times.
Role models. Have you had any role models, any mentors who help you shape your career journey over the years?
So, yeah, one specific mentor I'd like to start with is Jim Johnson. So he was my freshman professor at Miami University in the entrepreneurship program, and really exposed me to everything in business. I mean, I had my marketing agency and I found some success there pretty early on, but going into that freshman year, realizing all of the foundations of business that I was overlooking. Has quite the background in marketing, and is just a wonderful person to get advice from. But he really exposed us to the meaning of community and network, and how important that is in everything that you do. So he helped us start early on something called Side Hustle Club, which was originally a group of entrepreneurs building their own ventures and businesses. And this has turned into a bigger group today called SEPI. But I think really the importance of your network and being able to have as much perspective as possible going into things. Just caring about other people's insights and what they care about, learning how they see things differently, goes into everything I think we do in just as entrepreneurs, seeing things differently and having multiple approaches. This is something that I also learned from Jim and generally the entrepreneurship program at Miami University, to name a few other teachers, are like Mark Lacker and Jenny Albrani, Jim Friedman, all have this approach of kind of cross-pollinating how you get ideas. There's something they get out of everyone that you talk to. Someone always knows something you don't. So really being able to find that is such a core thing. I mean, we talked to, for one project, someone that had like a bee farm. We talked to musicians, and I think really being able to have all these different perspectives on how people approach problems is such a big thing in business, and really helps you understand why people solve problems the way they do, maybe how you should be doing things differently, and really just having an open mind to be able to learn from people outside of what might be like a classic mentor, someone who's, where you're trying to be in the future, being able to learn from everyone, no matter, what their role is in society.
Key career lesson. If there is one key career lesson that you learned the hard way, what would it be that you can share with us?
Hi, my name is Timothy Reiter. I'm a CPA and tax director at MGO LLP. I'm also a proud member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, AVCCI for short, and I'm very happy to be at the beginning stages of this movement, which I know is going to be a great success in the future. At MGO LLP, we perform auditing and accounting services, tax services, and consulting services. We serve public companies, private companies, high net worth individuals, and governmental agencies. We serve many different industries, some of them being entertainment, sports and media, technology, manufacturing, distribution, real estate. At MGO, I'm a generalist in the tax area, which means I get involved in many different things: C corporations, partnerships, S corporations, high net worth individuals. But in the tax space, we also have specialists that get involved in research and development credits and other credits as well as other incentives, state and local tax, international tax, tax controversy. And our accounting and auditing department is always looking to make your company financially healthy, or even more financially healthy than it is now, and give any advice that they can, and perform audits. And on the consulting side, we get involved in cybersecurity, fraud and litigation risk, and merger and acquisition on the sell side. Again, I'm always looking to save and defer taxes for my clients in any way that I can. And if it's an area that I don't deal with, that our firm handles, that I can always refer you to someone else if I can't handle it personally. But please feel free to reach out to me. The website is mgocpa.com if you want to learn more. And thank you so much for your time.
Hi, my name is Mike Catherwood, one of the founding members of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, AVCCI. I'm also the chair of the International Trade, Wholesale, Distribution, and Logistics Committee. During our committee meetings, we'll be sharing important content that will help companies in those industries achieve their growth goals. Aside from AVCCI, I work for Allianz Trade, the largest provider of trade credit in the world. Trade credit helps businesses in all industries feel comfortable with who they're extending credit to, eliminating the worry of, is someone going to pay? If your business is offering credit terms or considering doing so, please contact me to learn more. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Naeem Sayed. I'm the founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, I highly recommend you join it, especially it's virtual and you get access and connection to everyone across the country that you can actually connect with and make a meaningful relation. On personal side, I am a consulting partner for ERA Group, where we partner with CEOs and CFOs of middle market companies in helping them improve profitability. We do that by taking a look at all of their overhead costs and areas where they really don't have either the time or the bandwidth or the resources to take a look at. And that's where we come in. We do that in a contingency model, which means no savings, no fees. So if you have clients struggling to improve profitability, we are their answer. I look forward to seeing you at America's virtual industry.
Hello, my name is Melina Picon. I'm a founding member at America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We would like you to join us today. I'm also president of PowerBooks LLC. We provide outsourced accounting, bookkeeping, controller services of businesses of all sizes. We help them transition from struggling in-house messy bookkeeping to high-level financial department. By outsourcing with us, our clients save up to 40% on their accounting costs, which allows them to focus on generating revenue. We guarantee honest, balanced, timely, and efficient financial services. If you would like to talk us on the phone, you can call us at 845-208-4649. And if you would like to email me, my email address is melina@powerbooks-llc.com. Thank you.
What would it be that you can share with us?
I think one career lesson is, and this applies to just perfectionists as well. I think I found myself obsessing early on about the best way to solve a problem, the most optimal way to do things, diving into all the details. But really, it's about what a win is for your team, for the people you work with, for your client, whatever that might be. Kind of setting that standard beforehand of, okay, what does done look like? What does a win look like in our minds? And working towards that collaboratively instead of trying to perfect your approach. And a lot of times, like 90% of the solution is what's needed. And it's easy to kind of step over that and waste time on the small things. But ideally, being able to just tinker with a lot of different things, create a lot of different solutions and test what works. And to name another mentor, Mason Williams is a Miami University alum who started his own company. I forget what he started out with, but now he's working with Kernel, which is a growing AI company. And his biggest thing early on was build something and just get it to the market, get it to the user, without focusing on all these intricate little details of things, and let them decide what's really the thing that matters. Make something and give it to your customer, give it to the people that are going to use it, and let the market decide if it works. Let your team decide, and build from there.
In this part of the episode in the American Business Podcast, is there any question that you would like to ask me?
Yeah, so I'm curious, given your background in business, especially early on throughout maybe your college career, what have you seen change over time as it relates to people adopting technologies, and then also yourself? And what are the mindsets you see when approaching new things? You've seen the internet, you've seen the iPhone come to life in front of you, which is something I haven't seen, myself being younger. And how do you think that applies to something like AI and change management today?
Yeah, it's actually a really good question. Thank you for asking. So I'm in Generation X, but late Generation X, early millennium. I'm in between. So I've seen the time when we had no computers. I've seen the time that we start to use computers, PCs, and other technical, technology that was available for individuals as well as businesses. So when I thought about it, it was actually a fascinating journey so far, because I was always into technology myself when I was in college. My background is business. I studied my undergrad in business, and I got my master's in marketing in New York. So, however, computers, the technology itself was always in the center of my attention when I was studying. So I paid extra attention, and I started coding and other adaptation of technology in my early age. It was like the first time when I was using the computer was in my elementary school, and it was really early in my generation, late Generation X, early millennium. And seeing all these, and also seeing also the evolution of computers as we saw in the past. We all started with home computers. So you have that piece of computer, you connect it to the TV, and then you start coding or you play games, Amigas, Commodores. That's how it started many years ago. In terms of when I say started, in terms of having the technology available for general public, we could afford it, we could use it and learn over it and learn about it. And then PCs came, right? First XTs, processor 8088, and then 80,826, 36, 46, and then Pentiums. Like all these evolution that we saw over the years is actually fascinating. And back in the time, I was also following a lot of publications about technology. And back in the time, and I'm talking about early 1990s, and they were talking about, hey, one day humans will mostly work from home. They will only go out for food shopping. Other than that, they will mostly work from home and do their things and responsibilities from home. And I was like, what was that? Like, how is that possible? And at that time, the internet was just starting, like the dial-ups, like you connect and then you hear that sound and then you connect. It was like, when you think about it right now, sounds like pretty ancient, but that was the reality back in the time. So like many years later, right, 20, 30 years later, that those publications that I was reading, my generation was reading, almost 100% correct. Like we don't, like many of us work from home or remotely. You don't go out unless necessary, like you can go out for socializing or to go places, but hey, you can really do a lot of things remotely nowadays. Life really changed and still changing. So seeing all these and experiencing all these, now with the AI, the constant changes here, right? So it comes to the point that you just mentioned earlier, keeping the open mind, learning from others, and adapting the technology, and that's all we need to do as professionals. Keep an open mind, adapt the technology as quick as possible, make the most of it, benefit from it. And now we are talking about AI, and later on we'll talk about some other technologies. That's just how it is. And adaptation is always challenging for businesses in general. They need to understand how the technology runs. They need to see the cost of it, the value, the outcome of it, the ROI needs to be there. But with the AI in it and all these, evolution that I've been seeing in my own life has been fascinating, and I'm sure there's more to come.
There's definitely more to come there. It is growing so quickly, and I'm also curious as like my generation goes to the workforce. I'm Gen Z, and we're getting started with AI. How do you think that is going to be different? And also, I guess the more important question is, do you think there's things that our generation is overlooking or leaving behind? And I think it's interesting too, because one of my mentors as well is Megan Gerhardt, and she wrote this book called Gentelligence. It focuses on really how each generation interacts with each other, especially now that technology is changing so much. So I guess I'm curious on what your advice would be to my generation to maybe cross those barriers if there are any, and what things we should keep in mind and be aware of that we might be lacking in, I guess.
Yes. So, AI is changing business trajectory pretty quickly, and it's challenging for next generation to adopt, and that's the important part. Whoever can really adapt to it will benefit from it more than others. And it looks like the way AI goes right now is eventually it will take over many of the activities. Eventually, I mean that may not happen tomorrow, but 5 years later, 10 years later, 15 years later, we will see foundational changes in our lives. Many things that we do, which we are seeing nowadays, the entry-level jobs are disappearing because the AI is taking over. So AI is not perfect, and then the future of AI is just gonna get better. It's not gonna get worse. It's not perfect right now. That's true. However, with the investments and with all these concentration right now here in our nation as well as globally, it will just get better and more advanced. And so the next generation, in my point of view, from my point of view, must adopt AI, know how to use it. Right now, how to use AI in different forms, whether that's LLMs, ChatGPTs, Copilots, or others. Utilizing it as learn about it and utilizing it as quick as possible. Now that's an advantage there. Moving forward, while AI is taking over many more jobs and functions, the best thing to do, in that sense, I see you as a great role model, is to start a business. You cannot beat AI. You should use AI. You should use it all the way. And you be the AI. You be the business that's utilizing AI, meaning entrepreneurship. Start your own business as early as possible, as quick as possible. That will be my advice. Internships are okay. Working for a company here and there just to get an experience is okay, but eventually for next generation, they have to start their own business to solve problems, bring solutions, and utilize AI in their own business model. That's what I will say.
I fully agree there. I think one really interesting conversation I had recently is through a marketing project we're doing at AI Answered with Hap Klopp, who's the founder of North Face, and actively a teacher at Holt, the International Business School. And along with his other teaching partners within his company, Three Amigos, that we're working with, the conclusion they came to, looking down at the younger generations and the impact of AI is, it's how are you going to train people on judgment when they don't have all that experience of building something themselves, of doing it by hand, of making the mistakes. Because there's all these things we're talking about. A specific instance of Carlos, someone on the team at Three Amigos with Hap, and he was like, I made this decision about investing in a business. I knew I shouldn't, and it didn't come to me till 3 weeks later, and then it hit me like, okay, this is why. And to someone that's 25 working at a venture capital firm who's only used AI to be an analyst, where are you getting that judgment from? That's just maybe even intuition at that point. Mm-hmm. And I think you're right. It all comes down to, I think, being a self-starter, making your own business, trying to make as many mistakes as possible, and ultimately learn to be accountable for the mistakes and even the decisions that you might be making with AI.
Yes, absolutely. And in my own right, whenever I have a chance, I always encourage next generation as well as professionals who are just entering to the job market to network a lot, meet with business professionals, meet with your seniors and others already in the business world with experience, and learn from them. And one of the reasons that we created ABCCI is to also create a space for young professionals, next generation professionals, to be in a group that they can interact with and learn from. And that's why in ABCCI, we also have special membership programs for young professionals. And that's a great opportunity for senior professionals to learn from the next generation, and next generation to learn from the more experienced senior business professionals. At the end of the day, it comes down to the relationships that we built. The relationships AI cannot replace. And those relationships that we built, which is lacking, which is getting less and less nowadays, that's what I'm seeing. And for the next generation professionals, I highly recommend networking, be part of different professional groups, and be there, be visible. This visibility may be in person, maybe virtually, maybe via podcast opportunities. That's not gonna change. The AI cannot replace our relationships, cannot replace that human touch. It will never happen. And that's why being that visible and also connecting other professionals, especially seniors and current business community is critical to build that ecosystem. At the end of the day, I may be the best coder, I may know a lot of things, but if I don't know many people to introduce what I know, the solution that I bring, then what is the point? How I'm gonna put the word out? How they're gonna see the value that they can invest and they can work with me. Eventually, we pick who we're gonna work with, regardless of what solution is coming from who. So these are all important points. These are fundamentals of business. That's not gonna change with AI, without AI. Some fundamentals will never change. Operations may change, but fundamentals will not change. So I always, encourage next generation professionals to interact, network, have role models. Just like you mentioned, having role models is also very, very helpful to build a business ecosystem and build a successful career and business. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Just one last final
absolutely.
thought on that. It is so interesting, the transfer of knowledge, I think, just looking at that, because talking about judgment and picking that up, a lot of that is just learning from other people's mistakes, so you don't have to do that
Yes,
yourself.
that's true.
Being able to look at problems differently. But I think one of my friends, Zach, is really who showed me the power of networking, and his name's Zach Carlo, one of my close friends, and he's just the master of connecting people to the right people at the right times.
Okay.
And it really is the thing that drives progress in business, hands down. So not something to leave out.
Absolutely.
But otherwise, no comment on what you said. That was perfectly explained.
Sounds great. Well, it's been a great conversation. For those who like to be in touch with you, what is the best way that they can get in touch with you?
So my email is on our website, as well as like a direct contact link. It's on aianswered.com. And then also my LinkedIn is, if you just search my name or AI Answered, it'll come up.
Well, this is great. Noah, thank you so much for being with us. And thank you for sharing your professional insights and professional wisdom with us. And congratulations with your published book.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you very much. Well, to our viewers and to our listeners, thank you very much for joining us today in the American Business Podcast. As I mentioned earlier, now the American Business Podcast is fully integrated with America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, ABCCI, powered by the American Business Podcast. Please go to our website, avcci.us, see our committees, our business book club, our public speakers club, and see the benefits of being a part of ABCCI and join us. Our committee meetings are also listed in the events section on our website, and they are free of charge. They are complimentary. Whether you are a member of ABCCI or not, we welcome business professionals to be a part of ABCCI community. That's why we are making committee meetings complimentary, free of charge. So please go to our website, avcci.us, go to the events page, and you'll see the calendar there, events calendar, and pick the committee meeting that you like to be part of. We have, for example, next week coming up, Leadership and Management Growth Committee is a meeting. That's the monthly meeting. Followed by, we have next Wednesday, we have Business Book Club monthly meeting will take place. Also, we have Proactive Business Education Committees meeting next week as well. And we have more than 10 active committees. These are member-led committees led by co-chairs, leaders, business leaders. And committee meetings are designed to be educational and connective. And also it's an important part of ABCCI, America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. In this age of AI, it is important for business professionals to be connected, to build business relationships, and there is no better way than AVCCI, America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Because it's virtual, we remove all the boundaries. You can connect and you can meet with business professionals from different parts of the country. And that's exciting, and that's a great benefit for business professionals nowadays in this age of AI. And what do you think? Who is your role model in your career? Please tell us about it. Put your thoughts in the chat box in the comments. We love to hear from you. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll be right back after a short break. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Nerio Rivera, and I'm a founding member at America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Please join us today and let us help you grow your business. So I'm also the Senior Client Manager at IMSN. There we help support your current and upcoming ISO certifications through training and a variety of other services. So if you have any questions regarding ISO, the process, or how to maintain it, please send me an email.
Hi, I'm Arthur Germain. I'm the principal and chief brand teller at Brand Telling. We're a brand architecture firm, and I'm a proud AVCCI member. So brand telling gives growing B2B companies the one clear story your whole team can tell, so you as the founder aren't the only one who can explain what your company does. What does this sound like? I call it narrative drift. It starts off, it's all in your head. You know the story. You built the brand, you know all about it. But now every sales call has a different story, and prospects start to notice. Or your marketing spend is up, but your firm never really seems different. Maybe you're expanding and your founder story isn't the same as when you started. All of these things are parts of what I call narrative drift. I help companies by exploring with them what makes them different and unique. I call it the category of one. What gives them that category of one, and then how do they express that category? So, for example, I've worked with technology companies that often sound very similar to others in the industry, and I've helped them to really look at where do they serve, whether it's through a geography or whether it's through a specific industry, and what do they do? Why do clients come to them in the first place? I explore that, and then we install it. I call it installing a story operating system. What we do is we look to write down all of the messages, all of the narrative about the company stories, so that it's in one place. Think of it like having a brand Bible where everybody can turn to find out all things about you. And that way you're not having to make things up or trying to jump around trying to build new messages when you build something like a presentation for sales or you're updating and refreshing the website. Why is this necessary? Here's a good example. Lots of companies will go through a merger acquisition. Maybe it's just two friendly companies that merge together. Now they're offering some new products or new services, and you're not quite sure which one leads. It used to be just your company before the other one. Now, how does that brand story sound? What you want to do is you want to sound unified, and you want to make it sound like you're doing this for your customers' benefit. So I help companies to do that. I guide them through the process of discovering their category of one, installing that story operating system, and then I stick around to help them to maintain through brand guidance. That's what I love to do. My background is in brand storytelling, starting in publishing 20 years ago, moving through public relations and marketing, where I discovered what people really wanted was to learn the story. They wanted to know the behind the scenes, what's going on at the company. That's what made them different. That's what made them unique. And that's what made them good partners, good customers, good employees and employers. So I work with companies to discover that. Again, my name is Arthur Germain, and you can find me at Brand Telling. That's brandtelling.com. Thanks very much.
Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Just Answer. Real help from real experts 24/7. Experts such as lawyers, doctors, veterinarians, computer technicians, home improvement experts, mechanics, personal tax experts, computer technicians, and many other experts are available for you 24/7 on Just Answer. You'll get your answers anytime during the day, during the night, 24/7, and you'll get your answers from reliable sources. You can scan the QR code on the screen and you can sign up for Just Answer. The answers you need at a price that is right. Scan the QR code and sign up for Just Answer today. Thank you for your support.
I'm David Faverio. I'm a founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, other known as AVCCI. I am the chair of the Sustainability Committee. We look to educate people and businesses on how to be more sustainable and how to introduce sustainability into their business to be more efficient in their operations. I'm also the president of Pupfish Sustainability Solutions. Pupfish's data destruction methods are AAA NAID certified through iSigma, which certifies our adherence to the highest security and ethical standards in the data destruction industry. We operate on a zero landfill policy, which means nothing winds up in the landfill. Everything's 100% repurposed or recycled back into the U.S. manufacturing stream. And Pupfish received our certified B Corporation status in 2021, and we are proud to be a force for the local and global good.
Hello, I'm Kimberly Mitchell, founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Visit us at www.abcci.us and become a member today. I'm also the owner of Emerald City Ventures. I work with Gen X women who find themselves in a pattern of stopping and starting and starting and stopping. And we reunite you with that version of yourself that you've been trying to reach for years. And she's in there. We're going to bring her out. So visit us at www.kimm.co or email me at theowner@emeraldcityventures.net.
Hi, it's Neil Abruzzi, and I'm here to talk to you today about America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I am proud to be the head of the Technology for Business Committee, where through the Commerce we intend to bring usable technology information to the membership, something not far-reaching, but something that you can use in your business, hopefully that very day. I'm 35 years running EDI Options. We're here a company for making connections between retailers and vendors. We provide connectivity services, integration services, data handling services, and all kinds of different commerce consulting. So come on and join us at the America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce. You're going to love it here, and I look forward to working with you going forward.
Hi, everyone. I am Joe Horowitz. I'm the Director of Compliance and Audit for Stetson Cyber Group. I am proud to be a member of the America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry, better known as the AVCCI. Stetson Cyber Group is a data privacy and protection firm specializing in cybersecurity risk management and network information security. What does that mean? We are your business partners. We come help you find all your risks related to cybersecurity by doing risk assessments, gap analysis. We do penetration testing, vulnerability scans. We also help you out by protecting your cybersecurity environment by doing employee trainings. We recommend all the right internal controls to put in place, and we do vCISO services. So my background has been in audit, risk, and compliance for 25 years. So we also get you prepared for all the compliances out there, whether it be federal or New York State, as far as like HIPAA, PCI, or if you're in New York State Department of Financial Services, we get you SOC 2 Type 2 compliant, ISO compliant, and CMMC for anyone who has to work with the federal government. Once again, a very proud member of the AVCCI, and look forward to seeing other chamber members in the future.
Hi, I'm Jolie Leidner, and I'm a founding member of America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And I'm also the co-chair of the Human Resources and Workforce Development Committee. And we at that committee will guide you with everything educational for HR and recruiting, as I own Jobs by Jolie, a staffing company, and we're here for all your staffing needs, where we staff every industry with a personal touch, and we do temporary, permanent, and temp to perm staffing, and we do it across the country. So I could be reached at 516-521-7602 or Jolie at jobsbyjolie.com. Hope to hear from you. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Steve Turner and excited to be a part of the American Virtual Chamber of Commerce, AVCCI. I am the owner and operator of Solomon Turner Public Relations in St. Louis, author of the book PR That Works, and a national speaker. We solve the problems of helping companies build their brand through PR strategies in this crazy era of AI. Solomon Turner helps business owners better connect with their customers and communities that they serve for the long term, and we help sales and marketing with long-term growth by using these PR strategies. We have clients nationwide. We've worked with a lot of people you would know, such as celebrities as Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, Steve Forbes, and many corporations like Northwestern Mutual. So I invite you to reach out. Love to talk to you, meet you, and have a conversation. And feel free to email or call at the numbers provided. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Melina Picon. I'm a founding member at America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We would like you to join us today. I'm also president of PowerBooks LLC. We provide outsourced accounting, bookkeeping, controller services of businesses of all size. We help them transition from struggling in-house messy bookkeeping to high-level financial department. By outsourcing with us, our clients save up to 40% on their accounting costs, which allows them to focus on generating revenue. We guarantee honest, balanced, timely, and efficient financial services. If you would like to talk us on the phone, you can call us at 845-208-4649. And if you would like to email me, my email address is melina@powerbooks-llc.com. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bill Miller. I am a relatively older author, founder, CEO of my own company, and I am a member of AVCCI. I joined this year. I've been on the podcast, the ABC podcast, ABP podcast, and I really enjoy this particular group. So I'm the author of 2 books, The Rookie CEO, You Can't Make This Stuff Up, and What Every CEO Must Know, 37 Secrets to Lead with Confidence and Power. I founded my own company, which is consulting now. I added publishing to it in 2011. It's Beeline Bill Enterprise. That's on beelinebill.com, and that website is being updated. This week it should be updated. And last year co-founded a company called Zaboom with 3 O's, LLC, Zaboom LLC, where we do voice AI, in mostly outbound calling. We do some inbound. So those are the things that I'm actively involved in. I have 5.5 decades in technology, the last 3.5 decades as an executive leader. I have had a seat at the table. I worked for many rookie CEOs or first-time CEOs, another way to say rookie, at various phases of their role, and that's what drove the creation of my first book. Living in the trenches, being a number 2 executive in a company, and knowing how decisions are made, knowing good decisions, bad decisions, decisions that could have gone either way. Think about your life. Every major decision in your life is a fork in the road. If you go this way, you take that job. If you go that way, you take another job, and that sets you up for whatever is next. And so our life is really built around the decisions we make and how they come out. So I've written about a lot of these experiences. The second book, I have actually firsthand stories from many CEOs in there. Some of them are CEO stories that I tell as the number two man or somebody on the executive team. Because you see, over the years, you see patterns of things that CEOs tend to do, especially first timers. First timers go in, they have a business function that they came from typically, unless they're a super young founder when they're very early, and they, especially these days with AI, there's a lot of founders that have never been in a corporate company, corporate America, where they've learned all of the things that you go through to work your way up the chain. So typically, though, the first time CEOs, all the ones I've worked with, they come from a business function. It could be engineering, could be sales, could be marketing, could be finance, and they have expertise that got them to where they were to be positioned for the CEO role. In one way or another, they either got promoted or they got hired into that role. When you get in there, you don't know what motivates all the other teams unless you have worked with somebody who's a coach or an advisor, board of directors, whoever it is that becomes your right hand right out of the chute. You really don't know what you don't know. And so my second book, and a lot of my speaking now and my writing, is about blind spots. And so I'll be releasing kind of a new offer very shortly that'll be on the new website, which is you'll be able to do a free CEO assessment to identify the top blind spots, the top things that you need help with. You get a free assessment. You can get an assessment brief report from me. All of that is for free. And then if you want to go into an intensive, what I call a blind spot intensive, then you can work with me for a modest fee. But there's a lot of experience there. I help people work around challenges that you just can't see around the corner. And a lot of times, again, like I said, you don't know all the different business functions. You know the one you come from the best. You might have opinions that you're a good marketer or a good salesperson, and maybe you are because you've learned from good people that have worked with you over the years. But to put it all together and be that person at the top, and your boss is the board of directors, or outside people, outside investors or shareholders, it gets to be a little bit more difficult when it's your decision. And who do you go to? Who do you talk to? What kind of advice are you going to get? Is it going to be filtered or unfiltered? Who do you trust? Who can you trust? All of those things, I try to help you build muscle to handle all of those specific situations. And again, my books are to help first-time CEOs, founders, and stuck CEOs kind of move forward, see what other people have done, see how it's worked out. Think about my second book, The 37 Secrets to Lead with Confidence and Power, what every CEO must know there. It's real stories. They're the biggest mistakes CEOs have made, how they could have avoided it, how they recovered from it, and how they moved forward. And you'll see in that book, if you read it, and I do recommend it, it's a great read, The 37 Secrets to Help You. The thing is that other people made these mistakes. You can see how they got there and the decision they made, why they made it, and what the results of that were in their particular company. And more than half of the CEOs that I write about in that book, these are their stories directly from them that they gave to me with rights to print it, use their name, the company that they were at. Several other CEOs gave me the rights to their story, but would not identify themselves by name and company because they're still there. And so they're surviving. everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has blind spots. You should shorten your cycle to better leadership, making better decisions, especially under pressure, and especially when you don't know what you don't know. So those are the things that kind of make me tick these days. Um, Again, think about what I do. I have Beeline Bill Enterprises, which is my uh, kind of like I call it a consulting firm. It used to be Beeline Bill Consulting, and then I changed it. But I have my publishing firm there, my consulting firm, and everything else that I do personally. I have my two books. I'm a co-founder of Zaboom, again with three O's, Zaboom LLC, which is a voice AI startup, about 7 or 8 months old now. And we have our first customers working on product market fit. We have some pretty satisfied return customers. It's a month-to-month SaaS type situation with voice AI. So my partner and I, as my life partner and business partner, we stay focused on using AI in business and all of the different types of methodologies. I have a blog on TMCnet, ceoinsights.tmcnet.com, which is the company called TMC, which is Technology Marketing Corporation. The CEO is Rich Durrani, president is Dave Rodriguez. I've been involved with them for years. I moderate a CEO Insights panel at IT Expo for the last 6 years in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and build a panel of 3 to 4 CEOs, and we just have a topic, whatever that topic is in the track we're on. So I do that. All of the recordings of those panels are on my YouTube channel, which if you do searches for Beeline Bill, which is my brand, BeeLineBill, same as my website. If you do searches for Beeline Bill, you'll find pretty much all of my a lot of my things. There's videos for also the CEO success stories that's sponsored by the Cloud Voice Alliance. I'm sort of a content advisor there, and I interview CEOs in the telecom space and related because I've been involved in that market for many, many years. And voice AI is kind of part of that because voice is coming back as a big thing these days. There's nothing like a good old telephone call, and now voice AI is considered an automated call by the FCC and TCPA, Telecommunications Consumer Protection Act. And when you think about all of the things that I do in a semi-retired mode, I'm kind of busier now than I was when I was working full time, which I left technology in 2020. That's when I wrote my first book in 2020. The second book was published the end of 25. I stay active. It's one of the reasons that I joined the AVCCI and their book club. We featured me in the first inaugural of that particular podcast, and my book is listed on the AVCCI book club website. So kind of that's me in a nutshell. I live in Maplewood, Minnesota, which is part of St. Paul. I come from the Boston area, so I'm a hardcore Boston and New England sports fan. I was born and bred in that area, went to school in Needham, Mass, and then Northeastern. I've lived in many states besides Massachusetts, California, Southern California, Northern California. I've lived in Huntsville, Alabama when I worked for Digium. I've lived in Minnesota now twice. This is my second time, and we're here because of a grandbaby that's a half an hour away. And so I stay pretty active online, and this is a great group to be part of.
Hey everyone, my name is Brent Gary, and I'm proud to be a founder member of the AVCCI, America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. I'm inviting you to join our new movement at avcci.us. In addition, I'm a fractional CMO at Gary Consulting, where I work with business owners who are past the startup stage and fully into scaling, but they need your marketing to go from guesswork to growing. Thank you. Have a great day.
Hi, I'm Francis Borges, consulting partner with Era Group. I'm proud to be a founding member of ABCCI, America's Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. And I'm honored to serve as co-chair of the Manufacturing and Healthcare Committee. With 25 years of finance transformation and business consulting experience, working with Fortune 100 and 500 companies across manufacturing, healthcare, financial services, and other industries, I've had the privilege of driving hundreds of millions of dollars in annual savings in some of the world's largest organizations. But now I've deliberately pivoted to bring that same caliber of expertise to where I believe it's needed most, the mid-market. With Era Group, I partner with founders, CEOs, and CFOs of mid-sized businesses that face what most are dealing with right now: margin pressure, rising costs, supply chain disruptions, and an increasingly competitive landscape. We help them find hidden EBITDA in their overheads and vendor spend, unlocking savings that go straight to the bottom line to fund growth, improve cash flow, boost valuation, and protect the margins that keep them competitive. Well, the top 3 things that clients love most about us: we bring that deep category expertise and the resources that the mid-market simply doesn't have access to. We do the heavy lifting, working as a seamless extension of their team to secure real savings. And we do all of this completely risk-free. No upfront budget. We are rewarded only when we put money back in your pocket. Link back to AVCCI. It's a powerful virtual community where business leaders can connect, collaborate, and grow their businesses together. Well, we are just getting started, and that's exactly why you want to be here right now. Come join us, be part of our great journey. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Christian Torres. I am one of the new founding members of the American Virtual Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, we're putting together some committees that are shaped specifically to help business owners just like you. And I'm proud to be the new co-chair of the Business Strategy and Innovation Committee, which means every month we're going to be working together to bring you the educational content, the insights, the learnings, and the resources to help you figure out what's next, what's on the horizon. There are so many shifts in the marketplace right now and disruptions going on every single day. My background is actually in decision intelligence, which means that I help companies make high-stakes decisions using data, AI, and decision-making frameworks. And I do that all through my company, Stark Analytics. So I am really, really excited to bring that expertise and knowledge to the Committee for Business Strategy and Innovation and help business owners just like you get the tactical advantage that they need to succeed.
Would you like to listen to music during your work time? We are here to help. We created ABP Office Music Pod, powered by the American Business Podcast. ABP Office Music Pod is for you, the working professional. You can enjoy jazz, lo-fi, smooth jazz, classic music, and more during your work time. We keep the music positive and energetic. You can go to the YouTube channel of the American Business Podcast, or you can scan this QR code and start listening right away. There is more coming in the American Business Podcast, and this is one of them. Enjoy ABP Office Music Pod during your work time, and thank you very much for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Reddit. Do you know the biggest challenge nowadays for American small businesses? there is visibility. That's why we partner with Reddit for Business. There are more than 440 million visitors weekly on Reddit. Furthermore, Reddit is reliable and millions of users are going to Reddit to get the real feedback from real people. It is the number one source for real reviews on products, services, and brands. There is a promotion going on that I'd like you to consider and take advantage of. When you spend $500 on Reddit for advertising, you'll get $500 in advertising credit. True story. I am a Reddit user, and anytime I like to have feedback or review for a product or service, I go to Reddit and I talk to Reddit communities. I get the real feedback and real review from real people and real communities. Scan this QR code and sign up for Reddit advertising. Get the visibility for your company, for your products and services on Reddit with Reddit advertising. Reach people ready to buy your products and services with Reddit advertising. Scan the QR code and sign up today. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Anywhere Apps by Kerr Consulting, now Cherry Baker. Anywhere Apps are designed to help you digitize and automate your business processes. Anywhere Apps are family of business software products. There are more than 40 products available for business process digitization and automation. Anywhere's apps are easy to use, they are standalone, and they are also ready to integrate with your ERP and accounting software systems. Today, I'd like to promote APS Anywhere, which is part of Anywhere Apps software product portfolio. APS Anywhere, designed for manufacturing companies. Whether you are a process manufacturing company, food and beverage, chemical, and more, or a discrete manufacturing company, automotive, aerospace, electronics, and more. APS stands for Advanced Planning and Scheduling. APS Anywhere is ready to streamline, digitize, and automate your production planning process. As you know, in manufacturing, production planning is not easy. There are always some bottlenecks and challenges. You need to put together your resources, 3M, man, machine, and material. APS Anywhere designed to streamline this process and automate it for you. It is a modern system. It runs on cloud. It also has deployment options for installation on your server or your private cloud environment. The system is scalable. It comes with unlimited number of production planning scenarios, meaning before you execute, you can see the financial implications and timing of your production planning on APS Anywhere. APS Anywhere comes with a very colorful and easy-to-use Gantt chart so that you can see your production planning on a colorful and easy-to-operate Gantt chart before you finalize your production planning purposes. The system is also integratable. It is ready to integrate your ERP system, MRP system, and other systems whenever there is a need. It is designed for manufacturing companies by manufacturing experts. It also comes with ready-made reports if you like to utilize. Furthermore, on APS Anywhere, we can also use demand forecasting function, meaning based on your past manufacturing and sales figures, the system can predict what will be your demand in the future. This will help you manage your supply chain in a more productive manner. I have the QR code on the screen. You can scan the QR code and you can learn more about APS Anywhere as well as Anywhere App software system in general. There is more. I have a direct line for you. You can send me a direct email, kevin@kerrconsulting.com. kevin@kerrconsulting.com, and I'll be happy to hear from you about Anywhere Apps, APS Anywhere, or any Anywhere Apps that is offered by Anywhere Apps by Kerr Consulting, now Cherry Baker. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Otter AI. Otter is the AI note taker that builds your knowledge and powers your workflow with transcription, automated summaries, AI chat, and more. Get your AI-powered assistant for meeting notes, tasks, and more. Scan the QR code on the screen and sign up today. Other AI is the latest note taker that you can utilize, and you can set your meetings, you can take your notes, and you can also set up your follow-up actions automatically with the help of the other AI. Scan the QR code and sign up today. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from DocuSign. If you are signing vendor contracts and customer contracts very often, just like I do on daily basis, consider DocuSign. DocuSign is the latest modern digital and electronic signature software system. Furthermore, you can manage your vendor contracts, customer contracts, NDAs, and any other commercial contracts on DocuSign digitally with no need of local installation and no need of keeping your documents on your laptop or your mobile device. Furthermore, with the latest technology of DocuSign, it has intelligent agreement management. It recognizes your repeated documents and creates contracts automatically and makes things easier for you. Do you know how many users are there for the DocuSign system? More than 1 billion users. There are many companies using DocuSign and trust DocuSign for electronic and digital signature. True story. I also use DocuSign on daily basis and it works smoothly. Highly recommended. You see the QR code on the screen. When you scan the QR code, you fill up the form to start your free trial and join the DocuSign user community. Enjoy your DocuSign experience, and I hope you sign up today. I have the QR code on the screen. Thank you very much, and enjoy the experience. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Gemini Trust. Gemini makes crypto simple. Find, trade, and buy over 70 different coins, including Bitcoin and Solana, on the best cryptocurrency platform. Gemini Trust. Start trading crypto here. I have the QR code on the screen. You can scan the QR code and start signing up today. Because they have a great customer service, you can reach out to them and get assistance 24/7. Scan the QR code and start trading crypto on Gemini. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Wizen. At the American Business Podcast, we always talk about continuous improvement and professional development. That is why we partner with Wizen, trust the nation's largest network for tutoring. Wizen helps you find the tutor that you need in many different subjects: chemistry, computer, foreign languages, geometry, English, music, physics, reading, SAT, science, and many more. I have the QR code on the screen that you can sign up and start searching for tutors and enjoy the learning experience and continuous improvement as we always talk about in the American Business Podcast. Scan the QR code and sign up for Wizen today. Thank you very much. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone is bringing you foreign languages. Learn from the experts, choose your plan to get started, sign up today. New Year is coming, and if your New Year resolution is learning a foreign language, Rosetta Stone is the choice for you. Rosetta Stone is offering you a long list of foreign languages: French, Italian, German, Chinese, Greek, Turkish, Polish, Portuguese, Vietnamese, and many more languages are available for you to get started today. Scan the QR code on the screen and sign up for Rosetta Stone and enjoy the learning experience of foreign language. Thank you very much. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Anywhere Apps by Kirk Consulting, now Cherry Beckert. Anywhere Apps are business software systems, and they are designed to digitize and automate your business processes. Today, I like to focus on contract management anywhere as part of Anywhere Apps software product portfolio. Contract Management Anywhere is an AI-powered vendor, customer, and legal contract management software system. It is modern, it runs on cloud, it's easy to use, and it's scalable. Because of the AI capabilities of the system, software comes with an AI chatbot that you can get your answers about any contracts that you have. Renewal dates, amounts, start dates, and other details can be learned from the system in a conversation. I have the QR code on the screen. You can scan the QR code to learn more about Contract Management Anywhere as well as Anywhere apps in general. There is more. I have a direct email for you. You can send me a direct email about Anywhere apps and Contract Management Anywhere, kevin@kirkconsulting.com. I'll be happy to help you and help you schedule a demo session with Team Anywhere apps. Looking forward to hearing from you, and I hope you enjoy Anywhere apps. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Norton, advanced tech for advanced threats. Sign up today. Norton offers you different packages to completely save and secure your data and your devices. Each Norton package comes with antivirus, malware, ransomware, and hacking protection capabilities. In addition, there is VPN, private internet connection, dark web monitoring, and parental control capabilities in each package. There is a promotion going on right now. I have the QR code on the screen. You can get up to 60% discount if you sign up right now for one of the packages. There are packages of Deluxe, Standard, Plus, and Select. Depends on the number of devices that you like to connect, as well as the features that you like to utilize when you are using Norton. I have the QR code on the screen. When you scan the QR code, you'll see the different packages and options available for you. Scan the QR code, go to the page that you like to sign up, pick the package that you like to use, and sign up today. True story. I am also using Norton on a daily basis, and I know all of my devices are secure every single day, thanks to Norton. Scan the QR code on the screen and start using Norton today and save your devices and your data in a safe and secure manner with the help of Norton. Thank you very much. I enjoyed the experience. Thank you for being with me in the American Business Podcast. If you'd like to be a guest in the American Business Podcast, please send us an email, guestbooking@americanpodcast.tv. If you'd like to sponsor ABP, if you'd like to advertise in our podcast episodes, please send us an email, growyourbusiness@americanpodcast.tv. You can advertise your company, your products, your services, and your brands in the American Business Podcast. Please send us an email, growyourbusiness@americanpodcast.tv. You can also visit our website, americanpodcast.tv, to learn more about the American Business Podcast, as well as our coming streaming schedule. Now you can have your branded company podcast within the American Business Podcast network. We call it Business Podcasting as a Service, PaaS. If you're interested in starting your business podcast in the American Business Podcast network, please send us an email, paas@americanpodcast.tv. As part of our international expansion, we started international podcast editions. When you scan this QR code, it'll take you to our YouTube page. And please go to the podcast section in our YouTube page, and you'll see our international podcast editions. They are ABP Espanol, ABP German, ABP French, ABP Hindi, ABP Portuguese, and ABP Turk, that you can listen to American Business Podcast in 6 different foreign languages. Okay, well, we are in the process of increasing our presence in social media. If you're on LinkedIn, please scan this QR code and subscribe, follow us on LinkedIn. If you're on TikTok, please scan this QR code. It'll take you to our TikTok page. Please subscribe. Please follow us. If you are on Instagram, please scan this QR code. It'll take you to our Instagram page, and please subscribe. If you are on Facebook, we'll also appreciate your help and support. Please scan this QR code. It'll take you to our Facebook page, and please follow us. And finally, we are on IMDb, next to other reputable media productions. Please scan this QR code, go to our IMDb page, and please rate us on IMDb. We'll truly appreciate your help and support. I'd like to thank you for your help. Thank you for your support. I'm looking forward to seeing you in coming The American Business Podcast episodes. The American Business Podcast is the voice of American business. The American Business Podcast, America's fastest growing educational business podcast network in this age of AI. Thank you very much for your help and looking forward to seeing you. Thank you.